Hello, I'm Mrs. D, and welcome to Mrs. D's Baking TV. Today, I'm going to show you the important steps to follow in order to bake a simple pound cake. Now, the first thing you need to do is read your recipe through and through to make sure that you have all of your ingredients. Now, here you see that I am measuring out my ingredients using a scale. I often use a scale in order to save time. Now, this particular recipe called for cake flour. I didn't have any cake flour. So what you see me doing here is I took out 2 tablespoons of my all-purpose flour and substituted it with cornstarch. That's right, cornstarch. Turns your regular old all-purpose flour into cake flour. First important step, sift, sift, sift. That's right, sift your flour because you want to make sure that you have removed all of the lumps that may be in your mixture, because I add my dry ingredients to my flour, my salt, and then you saw me add the cornstarch. So you want to sift those together to make sure that there are no lumps. And as you can see here, there were some lumps in my flour. The next important step, room temperature ingredients. Make sure that your eggs, butter, if you're using sour cream or milk, are all at room temperature. If your dairy products are not room temperature, it could cause whatever you're baking to be flat. It prevents you from incorporating air when you're doing the creaming process. So make sure that all of your dairy ingredients are room temperature. Making sure I have the exact amount of butter. Now for this particular recipe, I customized it. I used 3 different extracts. That's right, 3. Lemon, almond, and vanilla. Now, let's talk about the mistake that I made. I'm using a baking spray in order to make sure that my cake doesn't stick. But I should have stopped by now. Oversaturating your pan can cause discoloration on your final bake, and I'll show you that at the end. But here I am grabbing that spray again. What I could have done was simply use a pastry brush in order to make sure that I got all of the spray in between the little crevices. Next important step, preheat your oven. And here are all my ingredients. Everything in its place. Mise en place. Let's get started. The next important step, if you're baking a cake or even if you're making cookies, is the creaming process. Depending on the type of mixer you have, the creaming process can take anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. If you're using a hand mixer, it could approximately take as long as 15 minutes. Another important step, scraping down your bowl. During the creaming process, I placed my KitchenAid mixer on a medium-high speed. As the creaming process takes place, you'll start to notice your butter and your sugar change colors. Scraping down that bowl again. Continue creaming. And just like that, guys, we're there. As you can see, now my butter and sugar is a pale color. Light and fluffy. This is what you're looking for during the creaming process. When adding your eggs, be patient. Add them one at a time. Be sure that before adding the next egg, the previous egg is well incorporated. Scrape down the bowl. One more time. The next important step. When adding your flour, you want to start with your dry ingredient and end with your dry ingredients. Whether you're using milk or sour cream, you start with the flour, you add your milk or sour cream, and then you end with your flour mixture. Once you add the final amount of flour, don't overmix. Go ahead and stop your mixer and finish the process by hand. Be sure not to overmix. Fold. You're going to scrape the bottom of your bowl and fold your batter in. Just a few times until you don't see any more visible flour. Now, as you can see, my batter is pretty thick, and that's because I use sour cream. If you use milk, your batter may be just a little bit more loose than the batter that you see here, which is fine. spreading it out evenly. And then take out your aggression. Tap, 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 twist, twist, twist to get out all of the air bubbles. And now you're going to place it in the oven for approximately an hour and 10 minutes, depending on whether or not you're using gas or electric. And just like that, it's done. Listen for the sound, the very important sound, the wonderful thud. Now that's what I call a successful bake. Now look closely. The discoloration on the cake, which did not affect the taste at all. I believe that was caused because I oversprayed my pan. So be careful when you're spraying your bundt pan. Don't overdo it. Here comes the fun part. The glaze or icing. There's no taste test today because this special cake was for someone very special. Be sure to let your cake cool completely before adding your glaze. And there we go, ta-da, our finished product. Follow these simple steps and you'll always have a successful pound cake. Look at that. Thank you so much for watching today. Be sure to thumbs up this video, like, share, and subscribe. Be blessed. Bye.